Well, ladies and gentlemen, the NBA season's over. The Cavaliers have made history. They came back from 3-1 to win the NBA championship. Cleveland finally gets a championship in any sport in over 52 years. So kudos to them, kudos to the city, kudos to LeBron James. And I was going to do a video like right after the game ended, but I was like, I gotta watch this again. So I ended up watching a replay of the game yesterday, and I'm like, wow, LeBron James is like truly something special. And I've always said that the man gets overly criticized. Now, that's not to say that he doesn't deserve some of the criticism that he gets, because he does deserve some criticism. But man, I think as sports fans, we kind of take for granted how dominant he really is, because LeBron James got 27 points, 11 assists, I think he got a triple-double. I can't remember how many rebounds he had. But to me, one of the most important blocks that he had in his career was the one he had on Andre Iguodala, where I think he jumped from like the middle of the key to stuff Andre Iguodala's shot. And I'm just sitting here just like, man. Because if Andre Iguodala makes that shot, then you can always say, maybe they're down by 2 points as opposed to 4 at the end of the game when they lost. But man, LeBron James does a lot of special things, and he deserves to be hailed, because he was getting flamed this entire year, not just in the playoffs, but in the regular season as well. So kudos to him. The Warriors, I said in the previous video, if they kept it close, they have a chance. But I also said, losing Andre Bogut and having Draymond Green have to be your primary rebounder and big guy, so to speak, big guy, I think it was just too hard. Tristan Thompson had a good game. Kevin Love, although the points weren't there, getting 14 rebounds in the NBA Finals game is no joke, so you got to give him credit for that. He showed up, and I thought he had to, because he had the advantage, at least in terms of height and length. So kudos to him. He finally gets a championship after all those years of losing in Minnesota. He gets a championship. Kyrie Irving, Mr. Buckets, he hit a big time three on Stephen Curry. From top to bottom, Tyronn Lue deserves all the credit, because I thought he did a good job whenever Golden State kind of went on a semi-run. He called a timeout, or he got his troops in line, and the Cavaliers were able to come back and kind of stall the Golden State Warriors. And the funny thing is about the Golden State Warriors, because I'm not gonna lie, Stephen Curry, he didn't have a good series. Klay Thompson was on and off. He had the more consistent series, I thought. But as a whole, the team, they were just okay in the finals. But it's funny, because I heard a lot of criticism on social media and bars around town. Everybody's saying, why were the Warriors taking all those those 3-pointers? Why were they taking all those bad shots? And it's so funny, because nobody says anything when they're going in. You know what I mean? So I always thought that was a interesting dynamic, when shots are falling, nobody criticizes, but when they weren't falling, like they were in Game 7, people like to criticize. Also, I just think LeBron James, and I gotta make this about LeBron James, because I thought if he lost it would have done something to his legacy. But him winning it, and him winning in Cleveland, bringing a championship, I think it silences a lot of doubters. And I'm just curious, where are all those fans who burned his jersey? And what did Dan Gilbert, the owner, say when he said the so-called King James left and we'll win a title before LeBron James? I'm just curious, what was that talk like in the locker room when champagne's going left and right? Call me petty, I can admit that, but I thought LeBron James did a lot to cement his legacy by winning this, going to 6 straight finals. Now he has 3 rings, 3 MVPs. He was well deserving of the MVP. He did so much for that team in terms of rebounding, being a default rim protector, assists, shots. I thought He had confidence in his shot, and I said this in previous videos. He did a lot in terms of his. He had a lot of confidence in his shot, as opposed to years previous where he just said, you know what, I'm gonna go try to go to the rack. So kudos to him. Kudos to J.R. Smith. I don't know his journey was that tumultuous when he first got to the NBA, but kudos to him. I thought he had a very good interview. I'm glad he got a championship because he has a lot of skill, and I'm finally glad he actually showed up and made some crucial plays. And as a whole, the whole team was great on defensive rotation. They made shots hard for the Golden State Warriors. So kudos to them. And how you doing? And I have to say that it was an interesting series. It was a very interesting series, and I have to say this: the Warriors, they got just like the Dallas Mavericks of what was it, 06, 07? I think it was 06. When the Dallas Mavericks lost a 3-1 lead or a 2-1 lead, and they couldn't, and they let the Miami Heat come back. Yeah, I believe it was a 2-1 lead. You sit there and you're like, come on, man, how did you guys collapse? You had 3 chances. I'm speaking of the Warriors now. You had 3 chances to win the game, and you gotta feel for all those fans because everyone thought they were gonna win. They're the best team in the world, best team of all time. People were saying, and honestly, they're just a team that had a good season. I can't say they're the best regular season team or the best team of all time because they didn't win a championship, you know, and that's really what matters at the end of the day. Because the 72-10 Bulls, nobody would have cared if they didn't win a championship in '96. So I'm sorry, but next year this will be the driving force because I do believe the Warriors will come back, but I just don't think we can hail them as one of the great teams, one of the greatest teams when they didn't win a championship. You know, especially when they had a 3-1 lead and they lost 3 straight games. You know, you can't put them up there. But did they have a good season? Yes. And hopefully next year we'll see them back. I think they'll be back. Some people are speculating that Kevin Durant's going to be there. I don't know. I believe they have 8 free agents. So I'm curious to see how that's going to play out. But all in all, it was a great NBA. It was great NBA Finals. Game 7, I loved it. Kudos to LeBron James. Kudos to Kevin Love. Kyrie Irving hitting big shots. J.R. Smith, Tristan Thompson, Tyronn Lue getting his props. Well done. Well done. And that's all we have to say about it. Let me know what you guys had to think about the game. Some people are saying that the game is rigged. I don't know about all that. But let me know what you guys think about that. The refereeing. Did the Warriors choke, or did the Cavaliers just take this series from the Warriors? Let me know what you guys think. Anyway, it's been a great season. Can't wait to see what next year holds up. On to football now.